We're going to be talking today about exercise. Well, it's actually the third exercise that you get, but it's in Unit 4. And our exercise today is about creating layers. Now, creating layers is a way that we used to do when we had, in the good old days, when there was no laptops or computers or CAD. We used to put, because buildings do have a lot of systems inside drawings, we prefer to have each one of those systems, for example, plumbing systems or other systems like structural system or mechanical or electrical. All of those, each one of those did have a dedicated tracing sheet. So when we put all of the tracing sheets on top of each other, on top of the floor plan, what we get is actually the systems and each one of them on a separate sheet. So for example, if this was a floor plan where the structural element of the building are going to be drawn, this is the mechanical systems in here, and here is the plumbing system, and here are the electrical, and this is basically helped us to make sure that any fault or any error that happens in those systems is going to be not affecting the other sheets. Okay, so it was easily managed to try to contain those errors and just have a sheet dedicated to each one of those systems. Enabled us to try to make the error factor less than if it was all of those systems were in on one sheet. So there is right now the National CAD standard came up with naming for those layers, and the first name or the first block is reserved for the discipline of the name. So the layer has to start with the discipline first, and then there are 4 major codes that will follow that, and then there are minor codes which are optional. And I'm just going to give you an example of that, because let's say, for example, that I have interior glazing or interior windows. So I here is reserved, as we said, for the name of the discipline. And then we have 4 other names or 4 other letters. And those 4 other letters, like here for the windows, are the glaze. And there is nothing here. So we can have the minor removed, or the minor can actually be added. So for example, if we have full height partitions in the interior that we're designing, then the full partition height is going to be designated by I for interior, the partition here, and full for the minor code. Okay, so just wanted to give you heads up about what we're going to be creating in CAD. But this is, and I also I will share this with you on your course page, so you can just remember the names of the disciplines and what they are, what is exactly the meaning of the course of the layers that we're going to be creating in assignment 4. So I'm sorry, in the discussion for Unit 4. I also have written the most of the layers that we're going to be creating inside of the CAD drawing. And this is the CAD drawing for Unit 4 that we're going to be working on. So, but in all cases, this has to be something that you start with, so you can have it, you can write it down if you want to. And I also going to share it with you, as I said, on your course page, so you can get the benefit of trying, because we're going to be creating all of those from scratch here in CAD. So make sure that you understand what each one of those do mean, and let's begin creating those in our drawing. So this is the drawing page that you should be open in CAD, and then we're going to start creating those using the layer properties.